I mean, Select was known as one of the best preparers in the early days of StarCraft 2, always managing to come out with some crazy builds with nice reads on his opponent. But now, Marcus, he's down 0-2, but you can't blame him. His opponent is going to be CreatorPrime.
Yeah, CreatorPrime in the northeast position, here in the southwest as the Red Terran. We've got dignitas.SeleCT. You can follow this guy on Twitter at dignitas.SeleCT. Go and blow him up and tell him to win this third game so we can see 4 and 5. But here we are on Cloud Kingdom, day 9. And, you know, based on the way that the last 2 games have played out, you know, you put all this on paper, there's no doubt about it that CreatorPrime should be able to take away this third game. So I pose the question to you. You know, you've mentioned all the different diverse styles that Select has played and what we've seen out of him. But, you know, what can he do at this point, even knowing that you've got to play your safest game as well because the inevitable crazy game could come? You know, what could Select do right now?
I think Select needs to do the same thing that we're seeing players like Taja and Hack do. Come out with a lot more mid-game aggression. There's these sort of... It's almost like apprehensive drops we're seeing out of Select. It's these plays that are... They're almost hope-based. You know, you saw that push happen at the 3rd on Daybreak, and what did he do? He saw 3 Colossus and thought, maybe I can kill these off, and the drop happened, and he sacrificed everything because maybe he could kill off the Robo facility, but... Seeing players like Taja, rather than trying to go for killing things off, they're just throwing units into the fray, seeing if they can do damage, but most of all, retaining those units. And we see Select doing what I think might be his best option, going for some sort of early expand like this, but he must follow it up with some kind of early attack before 10 minutes.
Well, he throws down his racks right away, and we'll be watching those times to see if that is something he'll do. The 2 SCVs come down to guarantee that this command center goes up. And look at this. 5 probes are heading out. He does not really want this to happen. A gutsy move here by CreatorPrime, but I'm really curious to see how this is actually going to play out. Main probe is still alive, and he's going for it.
Marcus, this could be a huge win for CreatorPrime if he just prevents this command center from going up at all. We see the barracks are not even done yet. What an unusual play. And a Zealot coming out for CreatorPrime, already halfway across the map. Select pulling more of his workers as well. I mean, I want to come look at the income tab, and you'll see nearly 3 times the income for CreatorPrime, up at 600, Select down at 200, trying desperately to get this command center done. Instantly builds that bunker, but the probes just now leaving. I mean, Select doesn't know whether to send his SCVs back to mine. I mean, it's just so unclear what the correct play is for either player.
Wow. Well, he stops the bunker. If he target fires these SCVs properly, he can do a ton more damage, and there he does. Select down to just 15 SCVs. Still waiting for that first Marine to come out. It finally does come. The surround happens, and he gets rid of the problem. But at what cost? He was at 250 on income for a lot of the time that the SCVs were out and about. And Zealot number 2 is still here. He's not done yet without the bunker. He's going to get that Marine. Not going to get the second. Oh my gosh, a little miss micro there. But going to the main, yeah, might as well scout at least what he can. And I mean, what an interesting move here by Creator. He got his Nexus up as well. Jeez. And really, I mean, it didn't really cost him much.
Now, this is one of these weird situations where if you build 6 Marines, or I guess 7 Marines, since he's building 2 at a time, you can just attack, and Protoss is going to have an absolute nightmare time defending that attack. Despite all the damage that went on for Select, CreatorPrime, you know, has only 1 gateway. It built 2 Zealots, so at worst, you will be up against 2 Stalkers. At best, you'll be up against a Stalker and some number of sentries. The stronger CreatorPrime will be at defending this attack, the worse he'll be at defending follow-up attacks. We see the double refinery out of Select. It looks like he might be going for that factory, very fast Banshee play that's quite popular on this map, but he must push right now. CreatorPrime very cleverly building a second Stalker, but even then, 7 Marines would give those Stalkers a lot of trouble on this map.
And first Stalker's going to move out with the second one on its way. robotics facility going down, which means the unit production going to even take a bigger hit. But he has his expansion up. SCV is going to be traveling around the north side of the map, and well, now we have CreatorPrime taking the front, and here are those Marines. Are they just going to wait for this Stalker to potentially push, which I don't even know if he will. I mean, he might just be completely happy with what he sees right there. And the Stalker is going to get that second SCV,
Yuck.
which means, yeah, that he's going to be able to stop him before he makes his way into the base. And an unintentional pro block there. How nicely done.
Does look like Select doing a little bit of dancing at the front, trying to pick off this one Stalker. And you'll note that there's some uncharacteristic mistakes out of Select in the main base. 4 on his bottom refinery, 2 on his top. Things just not even going well with his hands. They're betraying him, Marcus. Oh, the cruelty. Yikes. The humanity.
Yeah, that's really too bad. Because right now he needs to maximize his efficiency right now, and everything needs to be perfect to make up for what he's currently dealing with. The factory's about to finish. His stims just started. But you mentioned about that attack, and that time is coming up, and I really don't see it coming out of Select right now. Double Forge is down for CreatorPrime now with the robotics bay coming at the same time, up to 3 gateways as well. And, I mean, we just haven't seen Marine production. Now it's going to start up, I just don't know that he's going to be able to get that off in time.
I mean, it looks like Select is actually going for the fastest possible timing push that he can with just Medivacs, but Creator is doing everything correct to be able to defend against it. Look at how fast this Colossus is. I mean, he essentially didn't even build any extra gateway units. He has just a couple of Zealots, 1 Sentry, no more than that. He felt like his opponent was crippled and is exploiting it marvelously, getting the 1-1 upgrades. Now we see those extra gateways going down. I mean, the Observer in the main, gonna spot everything that's up and gonna have almost no issue swatting it aside.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to be feeling phenomenal about his position right now, even if he takes a quick gander at the army and his vision doesn't quite see it at the bottom of the ramp, but he got a peek before and knows that it is slim pickings over there.
Yep.
3 additional gateways going down. We don't have another Colossus outside of here, so there's just the 1 Colossus right now. But I assume that a second one will come coinciding with these 3 gateways. And here is a minor push out coming from Select with the Observer watching everything. So Creator just seems to be in great shape right now.
Yeah, CreatorPrime is just in as good a shape as you can be in. This third base choice from Select I like quite a bit, but again, Barracks 4 and 5 are nowhere to be found. Select very much so likes to favor his second engineering bay and get that next round of upgrades up before he gets Barracks 4 and 5, and this is going to cripple him in the way that all the Terrans are doing nowadays. Most Terrans, again, are going for huge mid-game aggression, 4, 5, 6, even up to 8 Barracks, as we saw Hack do.
Yeah.
But no, it looks like Select will be just continuing to poke around the middle of the map, almost certainly will be adding on the engineering bay if patterns do hold. And the Creator is equipped to just swat it down.
He really is. And there's a scan. Where is the Colossus? There, he does see the 1 Colossus. But there's a second one. Was there just the... Oh, he was just hiding. My bad. I thought that was another one coming out of the bay. I was like, okay. Where did the other one die?
Well,
it did not.
Yeah. Cute answer from Creator. Just building 1 single Colossus. No range, instantly going. Zealot Archon. There's the Storm coming up. Third base will be up soon for Creator. And Select is just building all the wrong stuff. Getting double Vikings. Now building the extra barracks. Oh, a little interesting departure from his usual methodology. But look at this. Even moving his barracks and building a starport on the reactor in the main.
I mean, is he going to actually try to fire in here to the 3rd right now? We're going to find out. He's making his way at least across the map position. I mean, Select trying to be very much aware of his presence and his opponent's presence there in the middle of the map right now, and he is kind of scooting his way up to that 3rd, seeing if there's an opportunity. But a great position by the Observer, does see him coming, and he's going to have plenty of time to react before that Storm is finished. He's got his 2-2 upgrades on the way as well, and I think he'll be able to hold here, protect that 3rd quite well. It's the follow-up attack that seems to be that really, really scary or has a lot of great scary potential here for CreatorPrime. Select still pumping out those Vikings, unfortunately.
Oh gosh, there's really 3 core things that you need as Terran going into the late game that require a lot of gas. Ghosts, double upgrades, and Vikings. And it's very difficult for a Terran player to do that without having 6 gas geysers. You see Select just now getting his 5th gas geyser up with the expansion, and hasn't even started the 6th. So what does this mean? If Creator can just delay one of those 3 things properly, he can exploit it really nicely. And there's Creator, we see, forcing the delay on the Ghost Academy, and now Select going, oh crap, I gotta get Ghosts up, and look in the back of the base, no +2 started on the engineering bay till only now it's been delayed a lot. I mean, the way that Creator manipulated Select without even attacking is just brilliant.
It really is. The thought that was put into it, obviously the reaction that came out of it is going to play heavily into his favor. And you just look at the Zealot count right now, up to 33 Zealots. Only the 1 Archon out, but I think the bigger story here is going to be those Storms, because you can imagine what is going to happen here to this army the moment the Storms hit it. It still seems like we're a ways away. The first 2 Ghosts are coming out. But this looks like, well, there you see the 4th Nexus going down, and CreatorPrime just compounding his advantages over and over.
Now, has he gone back and gotten the range upgrade? It looks like no, he's never gotten the range upgrade for the Colossus. That'll probably be the next thing on the docket. He's just now added on some more gateways, but not the traditional 15 or so that we see out of players like Parting, keeping a fairly conservative count and now going for a push. Interesting, he won't quite be able to reinforce as aggressively. Select now doing a drop up at the 4th base.
Oh yeah, that drop is going to come in, squeezing from the back, and it is going to recall the entire army of CreatorPrime. He will cause a nice
no!
Speed back, good catch, and he will save that 4th base, and he delays the inevitable only for a few moments, Sean, because now that army is marching back. It's going back. Plan B has been aborted, going back to Plan A.
Oh my gosh, Creator with an excellent timing, and look at this, Marcus. His +3/+3, 20 seconds away. Oh, Creator, she needs to wait just a little bit longer. He gets massively EMP'd, and all his Templar with the Storms very badly. Oh, Select, what a huge edge he just gained in that attack.
Yeah, he really did.
Creator just waits 5 more seconds, and now 3-3's done.
And is he going to go in for another attempt at a Storm? It won't matter. The Zealots charging in. There the Storms go down. He keeps some Zealots back, but there are so many Zealots. Are they going to be able to get a full surround there on that unit down at the bottom? Looks like no, but the reinforcing units in the back should be able to clean this up. That Archon doing a ton of damage, Sean. And is this going to be the end for Select?
Oh, Zealots at the natural expansion in the main. GG! Select.